first time ever competing, and they won the state.
Really?
First ever out of the state.
Welcome everyone to Bremner Gymnasium in Heinsberg, Vermont for tonight's playoff contest between the Burr and Burton Bulldogs, seeded 12th, and your CVU Redhawks, the 5th seed. Tonight begins the 2-week process of declaring a champion in both boys and girls basketball in Division I. We will rejoin you after the national anthem.
Last week, both teams say it. Last week, both teams just saying it.
And so welcome to all you friends and family watching at home. I know you would far prefer to be in the gym for this playoff contest, but in the world of COVID, it should be said that this is quite an accomplishment to be in this place where we can begin the tournament, and it is a testament to the coaches, players, and schools for following all the mitigation strategies and taking care of one another, putting we before me, and bringing us to this opportunity to see playoff basketball. Both teams are ready, and we will begin play with the opening tip. It is controlled by CVU, and Doan knocks it down for the first hoop of the game. Really a fine set off the tip. Burton starts the offense, and we've got an illegal screen, I believe. We'll see who that was called on. CVU will bring it back. It appears that Burton is in a 1-2-2 zone, and the foul was on Burton's Trevor Green, obviously his first. CVU moves the ball against the zone, skip pass to Provost, who front irons it. However, the rebound is corralled but lost out of bounds by Logan Vaughn, and Burton will inbounds against full court pressure by CVU, a 1-2-1-1 full court trap. First trap is set, ball reversal, and Burton has little problem with it as they bring it across the half court, and they set the offense. And we have a long three that is missed by Burns, but rebound goes to Burton. It is knocked loose, and as Devin Rogers from CVU reached down to corral the loose ball, he was fouled. It is the second team foul on Burton, and the foul this time is recorded to Dustin Joseph of Burton. Provost brings it across midcourt to initiate the zone offense. Ball is swung to Rogers, back to Provost. Penetration, bounce pass, and knocked away. Turnover to CVU. Burton goes the other way. Burns initiates the offense. Matthews with the ball. CVU is open in man-to-man defense. Nice hedge on the screen. Matthews picks up his dribble, and now Burns will attempt to reset. CVU is pretty successful right now at keeping Burton quite a ways from the hoop. However, nice penetration, bounce pass to Burns, and now it's back in Matthews' hands. Crossover dribble, finds Burns along the baseline, who brings it back out, splits the defense, but travels on his attempted step hop. Provost with the ball. Coach Osborne calls the set, and they begin with a pass to Doan and a ball reversal. Back screen for Doan. Well defended by Burton. Something CVU likes to run a lot are something called flare screens, and that was a nice double flare screen for Doan. Burton, however, sniffed it out, closed out quickly. And now Coach Osborne calls 4. And CVU sets it up. Gonna pass and cut. Quick ball reversal. Back to the original cutter. Rogers pulls it back out. Drives the baseline. Finds Doan in the corner. Back to Provost for the 3. In and out. Rebound to Rogers. And he finishes. 4-0 start for CVU. Matthews hands off to Burns to Joseph. Long 3 is no good, but it stays here. Burton will run an inbounds play. CVU will continue to man up. Nice post up by Matthews, but poked away by Doan. The ball will stay Burton under their own hoop. Inbounding the ball will be Matt Carrera. Oh, great cut. Great cut and pass and seal by Matthews. And he is fouled on his attempt, and he will get a pair. And the foul goes to Doan, his first, CVU's first. Matthews misses the first. He'll get his second. Into the game comes Burton's Christopher Ott with the game's first substitution. Out of the game goes Carrera. The second is good, and Burton is on the board. 4-1 CVU in the early going of this playoff contest. Burton stays in the zone. Ball is skipped to Rogers. Provost reverses to Doan. Finds man along the baseline. And Rogers shoots, misses, gets his own, finishes nicely, and a quick timeout to CVU. It's a 30-second timeout. Solid start for CVU. Really nice piece of offense that time, as 4 of the 5 players touched the ball, and it resulted in a baseline drive and an offensive putback. The records of these two teams, in case you're interested, CVU comes into this contest at 6-3. Burton at 2-5. This is the first time they've seen each other this year, as they are in very different locations geographically in the state. And due to the abbreviated schedules, they have not seen one another till tonight. Burton inbounds the ball, handles the pressure perfectly, and it's Matthews going the other way for a deuce. The 2 times that they've had to break the pressure, they have done so quite well. 6-3 CVU. Skip pass to Doan to the baseline. To Ethan Zarni. Zarni bounced it off of a Burton foot, and it stays underneath. They're trying to exploit that short corner against the zone, finding Zarni along the baseline. CVU starts in a double stack in front of the ball with a pair at the elbows. Inbounds to Zarni, an open 3. Long, and a foul on the rebound by Logan Vaughn from CVU. It'll be his first, team second. And CVU will once again go into the press. And Burton will see if they can once again handle the pressure quite adeptly, and they do. Burns now will reset as a post up to Matthews. Matthews working on Doan. Spins, gets a little help from Rogers, and the mini hook is short, and we go the other way. Ball's in Rogers' hands. Provost to Rogers. Rogers skip passes to Doan, who shoots the 3. It is no good. And the ensuing rebound goes to Ott for Burton, who pushes it, hands off to Matthews. Matthews a wide open Burns for 3, and he makes it count. And we have a 6-5 ball game. Burton finding their bearings. They got a little energy from the Burton bench as they urge their team to play defense. CVU's Rogers drives short. Well defended that time by Burton's Trevor Green. And we go the other way. Matthews with the drive. It is long, and Doan grabs it, and we go the other way. Outlets to Provost. Provost finds Rogers, who finds Zarni. Zarni looking inside as it poked away, and Burton heads the other direction. Burns has the ball, high screen. Hits the screener, who is Matthews. Screen declines a ball screen, and he backdoor pass. Ott with a shot, no good. Rebound to Vaughn, who is fouled on his effort to make an outlet pass. Score is 6-6, by the way. I think I misspoke. Into the game comes Oliver Pudvar for CVU. And at the 2:26 mark, we have a tie ball game at 6. Down to the corner to Pudvar for his first touch. Provost reverses the basketball to Rogers, who fakes the ball reversal. Provost along the baseline, skip pass to Doan, to Pudvar for the corner 3. All iron, but rebounded nicely by Rogers, who softly lays it in. And CVU calls off the press that time. And Burton begins their offense. To Carrera, and he was back in the ball game, and a drive again by Matthews. Kicks it out, attempts to kick it out to Carrera, is tipped away by Rogers. Burton will keep on the side. Bounce pass inside to DeMarco Wade into the ball game for the first time for Burton. He's calling for a screen, Matthews is, and Wade sets one illegally, according to our referees. And we will go the other way with Burton's 4th team foul and Wade's first. More substitutions for CVU. Into the game is Jared Anderson and Deng Dao. Pudvar now starts the offense, and Anderson takes a double hop with the possession, and we go the other way. CVU with a couple of unforced turnovers. They're going to want to try and clean that up. Matthews starts the offense for Burton with 4 flat and a high screen. No, I'm sorry, a flash by Wade, who in his effort to distribute the ball to the corner has bounced off his teammate Ott's hands. And Burton answers with a turnover of their own. Pudvar starts the offense for CVU. Anderson with the ball. Dow flashing to the middle, and now it's Rogers who flashes. And they find Rogers, who distributes to Anderson for 3. It is long, and the rebound's knocked away and off a couple of CVU players' hands. Last touch by Dow. Burton ball, CVU picking up in half-court man. And stolen away on the post entry by Dow. CVU with the ball. Doan finds Dow, knocked away by Burton, and pulled out of there by Burns, who pushes the ball up the floor, finds Matthews. Matthews hits an open Carrera, unable to convert on the 3. Doan has the rebound, and he's navigating the green shirts. Ball to Rogers along the baseline, splits the defense, bounce pass to Dow. Dow goes up strong and is fouled. And the foul will go to Ott from Burton, his 2nd, team's 5th. Deng Dao for CVU will get a pair. First shot is no good. Into the game comes Braden Jones for CVU. And also Turner Elliott. Dow will try his 2nd. And it is good. CVU extends the lead, 9-6. Carrera starts the offense. Penetrates. They count down the last few seconds. There goes Ott. Nice move, but unsuccessful. And the quarter ends with CVU Redhawks 9, Burton Bulldogs 6. So a bit of a low-scoring start, some of which is due to the fact that Burton is playing zone and CVU is being patient and therefore requires a little bit more time before quality shots, and that tends to slow the pace of the game down. Quite a ways from here, Burlington is playing St. Johnsbury this evening in another boys playoff game, and the reason I bring it up is because the winner of this contest between CVU and Burton will play the winner of that contest between Burlington and St. J. St. J is the number 4 seed, and so CVU hopes to advance for an opportunity to see either St. J, which would be at St. J, or host Burlington in a quarterfinal game. It will be Burton ball to start the quarter. CVU will match up in man-to-man defense, half court. Dustin Joseph will inbound for Burton. He does so to Burns. Burns starts the offense, and CVU, I was wrong, actually switches into a 1-3-1 zone defense with Dow at the top with his length, there to disrupt any kind of ball reversal. And we got a 3 that is off the board and the rim and no good, but rebounded by Wade, and Wade is fouled. The shot was taken by Garwood from the corner. His unsuccessful attempt was rebounded by his teammate Wade, and Wade is now getting a pair. Ooh, that is a lot of rim, but no nylon. He will get a second. And through the net for the second effort, and the lead stands at 9-7, CVU, as we just begin the second quarter. Braden Jones with the ball on the far side. Reverse to Anderson, back to Pudvar. Pudvar being patient with the ball, finds Anderson. Anderson looks to the high post to Dow. Pudvar for 3, no good, pursues his own, in and out. Rebounded briefly by Tucker Tharp from CVU, is in the game, but knocked out of his hands by Burton. It remains a CVU ball underneath their own basket. Back into the game is Matthews after a short break from Burton, and into the game for the first time, Nathan Smilko for Burton. And out of the game goes Burns. Pudvar is the entry pass, and he dribbles back out to set up the offense, starts it with a pass to Jones. And back to Dow at the high post, and he is tied up. Possession goes to CVU. Back into the games will come Devin Rogers. Out will go Anderson. And inbounding the ball for CVU will be Pudvar. Jones comes off the first screen, reverses the ball nicely. They find Dow, who cuts hard, receives the basketball, tips it back out to Jones. We've got Pudvar open for a 3, but he fakes and chooses not to shoot it. And after the ball was tipped away, Pudvar's called for an arm bar on the Burton defender going for the ball. And that will be Pudvar's second foul, according to the screen, and the 4th team foul. Matthews starts it for Burton, goes to Garwood. Garwood being defended nicely by Dow, and then switched, and he hits a nice 18-footer. Burton knots this ball game up at 9. Dow has the ball on the baseline, dribbles back out to release some pressure, skip passes, and Dow again being trapped in the corner, relieves the pressure with a dribble. Rogers with the ball. Baseline drive by Tharp, who steps out of bounds much to the delight of the Burton bench, who is attempting to make up for the lack of crowd by creating a lot of their own noise and energy. Burton has scored the last 3 points, looking to take their first lead. And so we have post entry pass is knocked away by Dow, but he is called for a foul on that post entry. That will be Dow's first, team's fifth. Both teams have 5, 2 away from the bonus. Inbounding the ball will be Burton. Smilko with the ball finds a cutting Green. Very nice set. 2 excellent sets so far by Burton. And they take their first lead. 11-9. Shot by Murphy's no good. Rebounded, however. Right back to him, and he finishes strong. That is Ethan Murphy, who misses the 3, pursues it, grabs his own rebound, and finishes with a nice runner. Now we have Burton initiating the offense. Garwood with the ball in 3 land, defended by Murphy, cuts the defense, splits the defense, and scores. Garwood making an immediate impact on this ball game for Burton, has scored his last 2 of the last 3 possessions. CVU runs a little screen for Murphy, but it is well defended. So much so that they come away with a steal by Garwood, and we go the other way. Smilko for 3. Count it. And a timeout by CVU. And Burton on a 10-2 run extends their lead, 16-11. CVU has been a little sluggish against the zone, has had a hard time finding open looks, and when they have had them, they've failed to convert from beyond the arc at all, which is always an Achilles heel against zone. You really want to have the ability to stretch that zone, make them come out and respect your shot from out there. So once they hit a couple of those, they'll loosen up the defense and offer more opportunities inside. But right now, anytime the ball gets into the baseline or the high post, Burton is able to collapse because there really hasn't been that danger from beyond the arc yet. Provost calls the play. Jones with the ball to the corner to Murphy. Knocked away. Last touch by Murphy of CVU, and once again, a turnover in a very similar spot as the last time. Burton, a chance to extend. CVU is back in the man. Burns with the ball, high screen and roll. He fades, and on the drive, Dustin Joseph, who set the screen and then popped, tries hard and is fouled on the way to the basket. And that is on Jones, his first, team 6th. The next one will be a bonus. Burton inbound, and again, they have been very, very good on inbounds plays under their own basket, which may be why CVU switched to a zone that time. CVU in a 2-3 zone. Let's see how Burton handles this. Jones to Joseph. Joseph to Matthews. Matthews relieves the pressure and resets. Garwood with the ball, returns it back to Matthews, and a long 3. It misses the mark, rebounded by CVU, and we go the other way. The rebound went to Vaughn. Doan hits Vaughn on the baseline, and once again, the trap is set. So they're finding the man open on the short corner, but immediately he's trapped, which is presenting some real problems for CVU. It's led to several turnovers. the man on the high post is probably going to want to dive as soon as the ball gets to that short corner because that ought to be what's open, but for only a split second. CVU ball. They find Rogers on the high post, who loses control of it, and another turnover for CVU. Here come Burr and Burton. They find Burns on the perimeter, and the ball ends up back in Garwood's hands. Nice drive to the rim, and he finishes. And the score is now 18-11. Burr and Burton. CVU in an offensive drought. And there's that short corner, and there was an effort to get the ball to the high post dropping, but did not succeed. However, Burr and Burton returns the favor with a turnover, and now we have CVU ball. Rogers penetrates, tries to get in inside. Tipped away by Burr and Burton. CVU ball underneath their own hoop. Against the zone. Into the game comes Kyle Eaton for CVU. And he will become our inbounder. Doan comes off the first screen. Hits Rogers, who is penetrating the zone. And is fouled on his way to the rim. And he will get 2 shots. And that foul is attributed to Burns. It's his first, but it is the team 7th. So CVU will shoot all fouls the rest of the way this half. Rogers in and out. Rogers misses both. Rebound comes to Garwood. He brings it the other way. Ball ends up in the hands of Burns. Carrera with the ball, reverses. And it's back over to Matthews. CVU still in the 2-3 zone. And the entry pass is stolen by Zarni, and out breaks Rogers. A wonderful pass and a great finish by Rogers. 18-13. Burr and Burton back into the trap goes CVU. Burr and Burton gets it over the timeline, and Garwood has himself an open 3, and he counts it. And he has ignited this offense. He has been such a spark plug off the bench. High post to Zarni, knocked away by Burr and Burton. Couldn't quite corral it, was Burns. However, fine defensive effort. Their zone really looks excellent, giving CVU absolute fits. CVU ball underneath their own hoop. And once again, Eaton will inbound the ball. And once again, Doan will come off an initial baseline screen. And we will reverse the basketball to Provost. Doan with the ball inside to Rogers, unable to connect. It did appear he was open, but the pass was a bit too firm and off the mark. And so Burr and Burton now attacks the zone. Matthews resets. And Garwood now with the ball. Another long 3. This time he's short. It's a bit of a heat check, and who could blame him? However, Carrera with a rebound and an absolutely fine spin to the left hand. Little mini finger roll. Burr and Burton up 10. Eaton with the ball. Back to Provost. Provost penetrates, finds Rogers on the baseline. There's that trap. Doan with a nice bounce pass into Zarni, up to Rogers. Rogers is fouled. And there is that low high from the baseline to the high post, diving to the basket that is there on occasion. Rogers hoping to convert. And he is unsuccessful. Rogers 0 for 3 from the line, a bit uncharacteristic for him. Into the game for CVU is Turner Elliott. and Deng Dao. Rogers with his second. And he converts, cuts the lead 23-14. Burton immediately up the floor against pressure. Dow with a trap to steal and softly lays it in, cuts the lead to 7. Matthews handles the pressure nicely, finds Joseph. Joseph back to Matthews for a 3. Count it. Burton converting from 3. I believe that's the 4th made 3 to CVU's 0. And that has been a huge difference in the ball game thus far. Dow with the bomb at the buzzer, unsuccessful. And Burton with a remarkable effort in the second quarter takes a 10-point lead into the half, 26-16. It was ignited by the performance of Aldinho Garwood, who came off the bench and got the offense started for Burton. And suddenly, many other people stepped up and contributed, and they were quite efficient from beyond the arc. So as we head into the half, CVU will have quite a lot to talk about in terms of zone attack, try and clean up the turnovers, continue to try to find some open looks, and on the defensive end to try and create some turnovers that can come into offense, because it is very difficult to score against this zone defense in the way that CVU is currently executing. So it would be helpful if they could create a few turnovers to create offense and get something going. We will sign off for the remainder of the half and rejoin you when we begin play. And welcome back, everyone, to Bremner Gymnasium in Heinsberg. Second half of the contest coming soon. Burr and Burton with a 26-16 lead on the Redhawks after a 20-7 second quarter in favor of the Bulldogs. A quite inspired effort. I got to believe that at halftime, in addition to some of the tactical stuff Coach Osborne probably reviewed around zone attack on one end and closing out on threes on the defensive end, I imagine he talked a lot about energy. I think it's fair to say that Burr and Burton has been the team who has exhibited a different level of energy and effort. And so CVU will try to turn this around. But it begins with Burr and Burton ball. And already there's a different energy from the CVU bench. And I'm sure they hope that it translates. Burr and Burton is running flex offense against the man. And with the ball is Matthews, who pats his head to call a set play. Finishes on a nice runner in the lane, extends the lead to 12. Exactly how the Bulldogs hope to start the offense. They open up into the same odd front zone. Doan for three, no. Rebound to Rogers. Rogers penetrates, misses the shot. A good effort by Rogers, but not to go. And we come back the other way with Matthews and Burr and Burton. And Carrera bounce passes in into Green. Green back to Joseph. Joseph throws it out to Matthews to reset. Burr and Burton in no hurry. Puts his fist up, and they will try to get into their flex offense, which has a flex screen followed by down screen. CVU will try to bump the screeners and put a lot of pressure and make it difficult for the screeners to find space. Joseph with a long three that does not catch iron, and we go the other way. And into the game quickly is Garwood. For Burr and Burton. So Garwood, who was the igniter, is back into the game. CVU starts their offense with a pass to Zarni. To Rogers, to Zarni, to Provost. Provost skip pass to an open Rogers. Rogers short arms it a little bit. Front iron, no good. Here comes Burr and Burton. Burns with the ball. Defended by Zarni. Back into the flex by Burr and Burton. Garwood with the ball, and he is looking to create something again, and this time he's unsuccessful on a nice drive. Outlet deep, to Zarni, tipped away nicely by Burr and Burton on the effort to find Rogers cutting to the hoop. Rogers deserves credit for getting down the floor before everybody else. Burr and Burton deserves credit for recovering in time to knock it away. Into the game, a couple of subs. Doan and Zarni out, Dow and Jones in for CVU. And the inbound to Provost. Penetrates the baseline with one dribble, back out to Dow. Dow looking to create. Finds Jones, back to Dow. Dow through the leg dribble. Jones down into the baseline area. Dow with the three, that's going to be short. .12 contest, favor of Burr and Burton. Dow is all over Matthews in an effort to pick up the pace defensively. Pretty well handled, however, by Matthews. Dow in full denial of the return pass to Matthews causes the turnover. Excellent piece of defense by Dow and the Redhawks that time. Let's see if it translates into an offensive conversion. Once again, zone attack starts with an initial screen for Provost, who finds Jones, who drags the left pivot foot. We'll go the other way. Burton running a different set. Green tries to set the high ball screen for Burns and is called for an illegal screen with some contact with his left leg. So we'll have CVU ball, attacks the 1-2-2. They find Rogers to Jones for three. That is no good. Dow, I believe, is called for the rebounding foul while trying to fight for position. Indeed, it is on Dow. First team foul for CVU of the half. Second team foul, second personal foul. Into the game comes Murphy. Out of the game goes Vaughn. CVU will set up the trap, and into the game also will come Eaton for Provost. And they will, CVU, try to extend the pressure to create enough. Oh, and another sub, Pudvar. So lots of substitutions by CVU, trying to keep people fresh and try to find a combination that can cut into this lead. Nice defense, but they inbounded the ball just as the 5 count was about to expire. Matthews handling Pudvar's pressure. Pudvar puts pressure on. However, it's handled nicely by Matthews, and the pass inside to Wade, unable to convert. Rogers for three coming the other way. And there is CVU's first three of the game. Cuts the lead to 9. First time they've been in single digits in quite some time. Wade with the ball, defended nicely by Rogers. He kicks it back out to Ott. Ott penetrates and steps out of bounds as he is defended nicely by Murphy. CVU looking to string together a couple of conversions for the first time in quite some while. Let's see what they run first set. Starts with Murphy. Flashing high is Dow, and now Rogers. Probing that defense. Oh, bounce pass, long three by Murphy. No, but rebounded nicely by Eaton, the smallest man on the floor. Nice effort. Eaton with his own three. No good. Dow tipping it. And Rogers fighting as well. And that is Dow diving to the floor and creating the held ball. Nice effort by both clubs on that scrum. It's CVU possession. CVU starts in a box set against the zone. Little X cut by Dow, but the ball is knocked away once he receives it on the baseline. They will now have the ball again, and Coach Osborne will call a different play. This time a line set where they'll have a high screen for Rogers, and he gets the ball in a good spot. However, defended nicely by Joseph and unable to convert, and we go the other way. Pudvar putting a lot of pressure on Matthews, who handles it excellently. Matthews having quite a half. Really nice performance for him. He's been the leader of the club as far as running the show and being the captain of the ship, so to speak. We got Pudvar for three, and he gets hit, and it goes, and a chance for a 4-point play. That cuts it to 8. Pudvar will get a chance to reduce it one more point, down to 7. We got a timeout for Burr and Burton, as Coach Mensch wants to discuss the latest developments. And so, CVU has come out with a whole different level of energy this half, particularly on the defensive end of the floor. Much higher pressure. The challenge with that is that when you have a point guard as composed and skilled as Matthews, that's a tough task to try and create the turnovers that you feel like you might need. However, other than Matthews, what this pressure has done is that it has reduced the amount of people in Burr and Burton who are getting involved in the scoring, which may ultimately be a good thing. But CVU is going to have to figure out how to keep Matthews from penetrating and creating the scoring opportunities that he's created this quarter. So Pudvar will go to the line with an opportunity to convert the unusual 4-point play. Not many things get you back into a ball game like a 4-point play. And there it is. Quickly down the floor to Matthews. They run a great inbounds play off the miss, on the made foul shot. However, Matthews, a rare miss on the effort towards the hoop. And we go the other way quickly. Rogers with a reception and spin, but while spinning, lost his footing, traveled. Something that CVU is going to have to be aware of is the speed with which Burton gets the ball out of the basket and goes the other way on a sideline fast break. We got a deep inbound on the against the pressure, but before giving the ball up, we had a turnover. Ott moved the feet a little bit before he advanced it with his pass. So CVU successful with the pressure that time. We've got Pudvar with the ball. Eaton to Murphy. Murphy with the ball, back to Eaton. Eaton penetrates, finds Pudvar for an open three. That is not good. Rebound goes to Murphy. What I should say is that Murphy knocked it out of bounds off a Bulldog player. Nice hustle. And now we have CVU with the ball, another chance to convert. Dow with a quick three. No. Eaton unsuccessful on the rebound. Joseph pulls it away. However, his outlet pass is picked off by CVU. Rogers back to an open Murphy for three. Halfway down and then out. That was a great opportunity for CVU, as CVU has indeed created many more scoring opportunities this quarter, and much better opportunities as well. Matthews with the ball, spins on Dow, unsuccessful on his runner. We've got a scrum. It comes away to Garwood. Garwood unsuccessful, and Dow in his pursuit of the rebound is fouled by Joseph. Aggressive play by Joseph, who can blame him for going after that board. However, results in a Burton foul, and he will come out of the game for Carrera, who will check in for the Bulldogs. Also into the game for CVU is Zarni, and out for probably a quick break is Rogers. We have a 30-23 ball game, a minute and 19 remaining in the third quarter. CVU ball. Flashing to the high post with Zarni. Murphy with the ball. Back to Murphy for another three. No good. However, Pudvar, in a nice effort, is able to knock the ball off of Michael Sheps, who's into the ball game for Burton. Both coaches playing a lot of players in this game. The entry goes straight to Eaton, who finds another Murphy for another three. Halfway down, back out, and back in again. That time, the iron was kind, and he has cut the lead to 4 points. CVU on a run. Largely created by their defense and their ability to find open threes and knock a couple down. Once again, the defense steps up for CVU, knocks the ball out of bounds, off of Ott, and the ball comes back to CVU with yet another chance to cut into this lead, which was 12 at one point. Eaton to Pudvar. There's an open man on the baseline. There's the short corner pass they want to get, because that is closer to the hoop than where they were finding the man in the first half. And therefore, Burton just couldn't recover quickly enough with that, the way they did in the first half with the trap, and had himself a nice look. He's got a pair of free throws coming up. Zarni nicely converts the first. The lead is down to 3. CVU is definitely playing more inspired basketball this quarter. Chance to cut it to a single hoop. And he does. And into the game comes Elliott for Zarni. And we have ourselves a ball game now, folks. 30-28. Full court pressure once again by CVU. Back screen to an open Matthews. Dow defending, and with a great recovery blocks the shot. Dow coming the other way, however, loses it. And then there's a foul, and probably a wise foul. Probably a wise foul. Dow, after a really remarkable block, came back, had the ball knocked away on the loose ball. But Burton looked like they were going to get themselves a breakaway, so it was a pretty wise foul right there by Eden. Inbounds to Burton. It starts with Garwood. The second quarter star for Burton. Matthews being guarded by Dow. He gets by Dow, does a spin move, but as he spins, drags the pivot foot, called for the travel. Back in is Zarni after a very quick break. Out of the game comes Dow, who had a nice stint. 3 seconds left, chance to try and tie it. And it's Pudvar with some really fancy dribbling, splits the defense, comes up with a pretty good runner, but it does not find the bottom. And we have a 30-28 game after 3 quarters. CVU very much in this, when at one point, not so long ago, they were in danger of perhaps being blown out. They were only a possession or two from this game being very, very different than it currently is. So credit to CVU, the halftime adjustments, a 14-4 quarter that time, and looking to replicate that effort, I'm sure. The full court pressure has made quite a difference. It's created a lot of turnovers. One thing they do have to be concerned about is that Burton has run a couple of nice sets to free people up and find some open men against that pressure. However, they've been unfortunate in that a couple times they've had the ball just barely poked away or blocked. But they have shown signs that they might be able to relieve that pressure CVU's putting on them with a couple of layups if CVU doesn't make a couple of adjustments. And so we head into our last 8 minutes. Burton will start with the ball, up 2, and a chance to advance to the quarterfinals on the line and to be determined in the next 8 minutes at least. Enter to Green, a great inbounds pass to Matthews. He spins, ball's knocked away by Dow, but on the ensuing scrum, Pudvar fouls. That is the team's 3rd foul. Inbounds nicely done to Matthews. He's fouled by Dow. We're going to see a pair. That's another thing that Burton's been quite efficient at, and that has been underneath inbounds plays. They've found themselves with the ball in good positions under the hoops several times on various screen-to-screeners, back cuts. First is good. Burton gets a little bit of breathing room, looking for one more point to add to the cushion. Unsuccessful. Rebounded by Dow. Provost brings it across the line. Pudvar with the ball, hits Dow at the high post, who has to kick it back out as it's well defended by Burton and tipped away by Burton. Burton zone once again giving CVU a bit of trouble. Where CVU has found some success is when they've been able to penetrate the first layer of the zone and kick it out for 3. Dow with a spin move, blocked by Green, and back in the hands of Matthews. CVU brings it across. Maddox Matthews with the ball. Defended nicely that time. And the ball is moved to Garwood, who on his jab step drags the pivot foot, called for a travel. CVU ball. CVU successful in creating quite a few turnovers this quarter and beginning of the 4th. Burton extending that pressure a little bit. Matthews finds himself a 3. It is good. The game is tied, folks. After at one point being a 12-point deficit, CVU has climbed all the way back. And with almost 7 minutes left, we've got a dead even contest. Ball is fed to the baseline to Garwood, who tries a spin move and travels. CVU with the ball. Found themselves a nice open look the last time. And let's see what they run this time. A very similar play, a pass and cut away. Little pass and fill. Trying to set a back screen on that top person in the zone. Pudvar set an illegal screen as he was just trying to free up Murphy for another look. So I like what they were trying to do. A little smoke and mirrors, throw the ball to one side, create some action, and on the back side create a screen on the elbow for a shooter, Murphy in this case, but the screen was illegal. Burton ball. Burns with the ball, defended by Provost. Oh, and ball's dead. Here comes Green on Rogers. Left-handed drive, no good. The rebound goes to Dow. Dow looking up the floor, sees Rogers, but it's a bit too risky. Wisely sets the offense back up. Dow now with the ball. Provost to Pudvar, finds the baseline open, but well defended once again by Burton. Rogers in the middle. Drives nicely, and the lead belongs to the Redhawks, 33-31. Burton. Once again, Matthews pats his head. And in the effort by Joseph to come out and set the screen, he is fouled by Pudvar, who has picked up a couple here in the last few possessions. And suddenly the Redhawks are at their 6th team foul. Next one will put Burton on the line. And actually, the scorekeepers might be revisiting that situation right now. Find out exactly what's going on. It may be that was the 7th and he's on the line. Perhaps not. We'll wait for the decision. CVU and Burton both huddling it up, having a discussion about how to handle this next possession. Rogers, who just scored, is doing all the talking as the group listens closely. And during this conversation, CVU has decided, I believe, to call a timeout. No, they have not. I'm sorry. Coach Osborne just gathered the troops, kind of in a clandestine fashion, and was told, no, get them back on the floor. Here we go. We have Burton ball with Matthew Carrera to inbound. And there he is again. Another one opened on the inbounds play. Burton has been so efficient. However, they missed the shot, got their own rebound, and now they reset. Green with the ball, back to Matthews, back to Green. Matthews with a long three, no good. I'm sorry, that was Eaton with the rebound. And he finds Provost, who sets up the offense, goes to the hot shooter, who has another open look. No good that time. Deep outlet to Matthews, who has some room. And waiting for him was Alex Provost, who took a very important charge, because that was a pretty good opportunity for Burton to convert on the deep outlet. CVU ball, 2-point ball game, 5:07 remaining in the ball game. Provost with the ball, met out there by Matthews. High post, there's another open look, however, closed out nicely by Burton. Murphy thinks better of it. We've got a little penetration, that time by Eaton, who kicks it to Provost for three. No good. Who's going to get the rebound? That's great hustle by Eaton. However, it comes out and lands and has 3-on-1. And we have another one. 3-on-1. Provost takes his second consecutive charge. And Burton is going to feel like that was an opportunity lost in a 3-on-1 to result in a charge. Coach Mensch for Burton is not certain of that particular call. Not convinced, let's just say. And here we go the other way. Matthews will wait for Provost at the timeline, and we begin this possession. Murphy's trapped at the wing. Long cross-court pass is successful barely. Provost handling the pressure. We got an open look for Kyle Eaton, who drains the three. And what a difference when the ball starts going in from beyond the arc. CVU up 5. Remain in that aggressive man that was not in effect in the first half very much. Wise timeout by Burr and Burton as they want to talk over this possession, as the possessions take on great value as we enter the last 4 minutes of this ball game. So we have 3:55 remaining, and the score is 36-31. The Redhawks, who have put together a fine second half. Any score on the Burlington St. J game? They break the huddle. Captain Devin Rogers urging his Red Hawk teammates to continue this effort that they've put forth this whole half. Ball is inbounded to Garwood, defended by Rogers. And it's knocked away by Dow. Stolen. However, Rogers returns the favor with the outlet pass. A bit too ambitious on that. And now we come back the other way. Green is defended by Dow. He kicks it out to Matthews once again. Fine pass to Green and the finish. And once again, Matthews with a great penetration. Now that CVU has the lead, they may want to think about taking a step off Matthews. The high pressure when you were behind is one thing, but now that they're trying, they might want to just contain his penetration. Kyle Eaton, no, but Rogers with a rebound. And a great finish. And he flexes for the non-existent crowd, and we have enough 5-point lead once again. Rogers feeling his oats a little bit, and who could blame him after that hoop? We have Joseph with the ball on the perimeter, being guarded by Provost. Throws it out to Garwood. Garwood penetrates, nicely picked up, however. And we got a long three, but no good by Joseph. Joseph has the ball tipped back out to him by a teammate, and Burr and Burton will reset. We have 2:40 left in this contest. Matthews resets, Dow on him, and now he picks up his dribble, goes to the corner to Green. Green will relieve the pressure, and another timeout is called by Burr and Burton, as the coach did probably not like what he was seeing in terms of the organization. Not a lot happening there, so they will reset their offense. They'll have a conversation about what they want to run here and what they'd like to emphasize on this next possession, who they'd like to emphasize. Both teams have 16 fouls, so the next foul will result in a 1-on-1. And foul shots may play a very big role as we come down the stretch in this contest. That last possession was huge for CVU in that they had an open look by Eaton, who had just made one. And he just barely missed, but Rogers was there to clean it up. So right now, Coach Osborne is probably talking about how to defend with a 5-point lead. You want to make sure that you make them earn it. No fouls too far from the basket. And at this point, I do think they want to talk about containing the ball handler, the dribbler, particularly Matthews, contain his penetration, and have people ready to get into the help. Dow will defend the aforementioned Matthews, and inbounding the ball will be Carrera for Burr and Burton. Rogers puts some good pressure on Garwood. He starts it in the backcourt. Initiates the pass to Matthews, who hits his head, which usually means a ball screen, and indeed it is. But it is recovered nicely by CVU. Back cut by Matthews. Misses the layup. Dow made it a difficult layup, though, as he recovered in his own. And when he rebounds the ball, he is fouled, which will result in a 1-on-1. And as I just mentioned, foul shots will become an essential part of this ball game, it appears. Chance to extend the lead to 6 here for Dang Dow. And he makes the first. Clutch. The lead is 6. Into the game comes Green. Out goes Carrera. Dow will attempt to extend this to 7. And he is successful. Nicely done. Into the game comes Turner Elliott, probably for defensive purposes to match up with Joseph. This is the part of the game where coaches will start looking at offensive and defensive substitutions. Try to get your best defenders in the game when you are defending, and your best foul shooters and ball handlers into the game when you're on offense. Matthews with the penetration is fouled. Not what CVU was looking to do there defensively. You want to make them earn everything they get, and now Matthews will have an opportunity to earn some points for Burton from the line. First of 1 and 1. Front iron is no good. Oh, apparently that was called a 2-shot foul. My apologies. I thought he was fouled on the way to the hoop, but apparently he was in the motion. So he will get a second. A chance to cut the lead to 6. Offensive substitutions into the game as suggested. And it is no good. Rebound to Green, tipped by Zarni. Saved underneath his own hoop. To Green, unfortunately. Green gets his own rebound on the first miss. And now Green will have a couple of shots. Coach Osborne a little frustrated, I think, because in a case like that, Zarni's better off just holding the ball rather than try and save it under his own hoop and let Burton deal with an inbounds play. Green collectedly converts. And we have another timeout by Burton. This is a full. So they will have a chance to cut this lead to 5, and they want to talk about what kind of defense they're going to get in if they, regardless of whether they make the shot or not. We are close to a place where CVU, who will have either a 5 or a 6-point lead most likely after this shot, will start thinking about holding the ball a bit and being very deliberate. Burton is going to want to talk about when is it time to start fouling and whom should we foul, if indeed CVU spreads the floor and starts being very patient or even goes into a delay game. It might be a tad earlier to go in a delay game in CVU's perspective, but you can expect them to at least be very patient. And here's another thing. I don't think that Burton can sit in a zone down 5 or 6 with a minute, under 2 minutes. They're going to have to come out and play man-to-man. So CVU's got to be prepared to run a different offense. Green converts. It is 5, and they are pressing. Provost handles the first pass. Oh, nicely. Splits the defense, finds an open Eaton, who converts the 3. Huge conversion. We come back quickly to Burton the other way as Burns penetrates, finds an open Matthews for his own 3, and we have tit for tat, 3 for 3, and it's back to 5. CVU advances it against the pressure. Now Rogers will put. And surprisingly, Burton was a little bit confused, it appears. It looked like some of the guys were in zone, some were trying to switch to man, and that left Rogers wide open under the hoop. The CVU found him, they converted. It's back to 7, minute 14. Quick timeout after the conversion by Coach Osborne to get himself organized on the defensive end. So Burton will inbound the ball. CVU is likely to have maybe token pressure, but not, yep, exactly. They'll just pick up at half court. So as not to risk letting anybody get behind the defense. Last thing you want here if you're CVU is a quick conversion by Burton. If indeed they give up a hoop, they want it to take a while to find it. Offense starts with a pass to Burns, a high screen and roll by Green. Fade goes to Green. Handoff to Matthews, who is well defended right there. And the ball is swung to the corner. Burns is defended nicely again on the help. Out to Joseph for the three, no good. Rebound comes to Provost. And he gets it to Green, to Rogers, who advances to Dow. Dow will be fouled as Burton is forced to foul. And now we will have foul shooting the rest of the way, most likely every time CVU possesses the ball, as Burton is forced to foul. And we'll see how they handle the opportunities at the line. Dow for the first. In and out, however, it is rebounded to CVU, but it appears that there was a rebounding foul called on Rogers or Elliott. Might have been Elliott, actually, who was called for the foul. And so, Burton will go to the line with a chance to cut this lead back to 5. Not the ideal circumstance right there for CVU to foul, to allow Burton an opportunity to score without the clock moving. We've got Joseph on the line for the first of a 1-on-1. He finds the bottom, earns himself a second one, cuts the lead to 6. Still time for Burton to mount a comeback here. He hits the second one, and we go the other way. Burton sets up the trap. Enters to Provost, who handles the pressure easily. Kicks it out, shoots a shot, and is fouled and converts, and it is a 3-point opportunity for Provost. Provost handled the trap perfectly, split the first trap, found the middle of the floor with a dribble, as you should, drew the foul, and converted nicely on what ends up being really a dagger, perhaps, to Burton. Provost for a chance to make it 8. And he does. And now CVU races back to half court. Burton advances it quickly, and Joseph turns down a shot. However, Matthews finds a 3, no good. Green tips it, comes out to Garwood. Burton with the ball again. One more chance at 3. It's Burns this time from the corner. It is good, which leads to a quick timeout. Cuts the lead to 5 once again. 20 seconds to go. That is Burton's last timeout. And it is a 30-second timeout, and we are looking at 20 seconds that CVU needs to possess, get fouled, convert foul shots so that they can earn the opportunity to play the winner of Burlington and St. J, which is happening right now up in St. Johnsbury. Inbound the ball is Rogers for CVU. They set a screen for Rogers, who handles that first trap again. Burton has struggled to take away the sideline on that first trap. Provost will be fouled, and the point guard goes to the line with a chance to extend the lead back to 6 or 7 points. 18.5 seconds remain. We are now in the double bonus. First is good. The lead is 6. Into the game come the defensive reinforcements. And the offensive reinforcement for Burton. Provost a chance to extend it to a 7-point lead with 18.5 seconds remaining. It's good. Sideline break again. This time defended very nicely by Murphy of CVU. Long 3 is good. Quite a ball game by Matthews. He drains the bomb 3. And we're down to 4 now. However, only 6 seconds remain. Provost is fouled. And it does look quite good right now for CVU to close this out in advance. they don't want to do, should Provost miss any of these, is to foul anybody taking any kind of shot attempt. And that is exactly what Coach Osborne is saying. Make no effort to defend any kind of perimeter shots so that you do not risk a foul. Here we go. We've got Provost at the line. He will get 2 since we're in the double bonus. Into the game for Burr and Burton is Nathan Smilko. Provost misses this time. After converting on the last 3, he goes to the line with a chance to extend the lead to 5 points. Which he does. Up 5, 6 minutes to go. Probably the last possession for Burr and Burton. Comes to Matthews, who shoots the long 3. It is no good. And CVU has finished off quite a comeback and has won this ball game 51-46 over Burr and Burton. Will advance to the quarterfinals against the winner of Burlington and St. Johnsbury. Just an excellent effort in the second half by CVU. They really found the defense. By the way, I just got word from a friend who has been texting some scores, and we have learned that Burlington has pulled off the upset up in St. Johnsbury by 1 point, winning 45-44, which will mean CVU will host. We'll have to check on when, because it appears that the girls are playing Friday night, and this game is supposed to be Friday night. And, of course, they can't both be on the same evening, so we'll have, one of those will probably be pushed to Saturday, most likely the boys' game. But stay tuned to that. But that is quite a development with Burlington pulling off the upset. And that means that it's really good news for CVU, because rather than hopping on a bus and driving all the way to St. Johnsbury to play somebody you haven't played all year, you get to stay home and play a team that you have seen and that you have beat. And so, quite a night for CVU, the way things turned around. And we will close out by saying thank you for joining us, and we hope you will join us again on Friday night or Saturday, depending on when this next quarterfinal game will be, for a contest between CVU and BHS. Also, be sure to tune in for the girls' game as they begin their quest for yet another championship, which is scheduled for Friday night as well. So once again, this is Jeff Evans standing in for Jackson Evans saying goodnight from Bremner Gymnasium, where your final is CVU Redhawks 51,